Yeah, collectively, it is this proliferation called, it's really in the movemental dimension. It is the hundreds of entrepreneurial efforts that have been going on using the ICA's methods all over the world in every sector of society. My wife has a wonderful image, talks about the dandelion, the little dandelion drops its seeds and it dies, but its seeds just spread everywhere, all over the lawn. And that the ICA did that, it just dropped these seeds everywhere. And you got Project Vita in El Paso, which is independent of ICA, but it was done by the Schlesingers and was an ongoing project that is just fantastic. What's going on in El Paso as a result of their work in the Hispanic community there. Has Food for All, Linda and Mal Hamilton's work with Food for All, where it's a wonderful program in California where people go through the supermarket. Do you know this? Mm-hmm. And a certain amount of their grocery bill goes to hunger projects. And the International Association of Facilitators, Rob Work's position is the United Nations Development Project, and all he's done to imbue the United Nations with our ICA methods and the respect that he's created there. And when we were doing proposals for a black after-school program for black children in Colquitt, Georgia, we applied to the Mental Health Board in Georgia for funds that were federal funds to do this after-school program. And one of the they have in the little prospectus for this grant application which is written by the Justice Department in Washington and then copied in Atlanta and then used all over Georgia. They have a section in the prospectus that says these are recommended tools that you use in your after-school programs. And it included the top methods of the ICA. The state of Georgia had included that as one of the pieces that they had put into their document that we got. And the top methods, of course, have just transformed all kinds of organizations in Georgia and in like Habitat for Humanity International, which is headquartered in Georgia, uses the ICA methods for planning. The Arts Council, we helped the Arts Council in Atlanta we did all the methods with the Arts Council and worked in about 30 counties with the methods, with ICA methods, wedding them to the Grassroots Arts Project of the state of Georgia. And you can go to states like Minnesota where entire federal state departments were trained by the ICA. Part of Human Resources, which I was privileged to do a LENS project in. And the Transportation Department, those are two of the ones I know. Their whole departments went through our programs. And now you can't go anywhere in Minnesota without running into people who know our methods and facilitate. And well, I could go on and on. I don't know, about 40 nations. One of our colleagues in Brazil, two colleagues who were company corporate executives, working in programs in Rio called Ação Social, or Viva Rio is another one, working with favelas with the poor and using our methods in these in these projects in Brazil. And you can find the same thing in Pune, India, and just a proliferation. Sister Sheila in her little township in the East Rand, Johannesburg, using the methods with her women's empowerment project there, Kopana. It's just like not a week goes by that we don't hear of somebody who's picked up the methods and uses them in their corporation or their government agency or in the Catholic Church.